If you're feeling off, but your lab tests are quote unquote normal, your doctor says you're completely fine, you're going crazy, what are you talking about? This is the video that you've been waiting for. Symptoms of perimenopause beyond just hot flashes are major problems, right? You've got headaches, you've got weight gain, you've got mood swings, you've got difficulties sleeping, you've got issues with regulation and the emotional fortitude to handle certain things from a stress perspective, right? There's aches and joint pain. There's an increase in delayed onset muscle soreness when you work out, right? These are symptoms of perimenopause that are beyond just hot flashes. And a lot of women are also dealing with issues with neurotransmitter deficiencies. The names of the people they're starting to forget. Their brain isn't as sharp as it used to be. And there's just all of these different challenges. So, the reality is during perimenopause, progesterone crashes in different ways. And it crashes because of a number of different problems that unfortunately lab tests that your doctor is doing doesn't really look at. These are the underlying reasons why women are dealing with perimenopause and having major symptoms of perimenopause as well. And so here's what the lab tests test for. They just look at your hormones, and then the doctor will give you a clean bill of health, say, hey, look, everything's, in check. You don't feel good. So why the heck don't you feel good? And why is your perimenopausal symptoms getting even worse? The reality is you have a number of different factors, right? There are 5 main factors that we want to look at. Number 1 is environmental toxins. Environmental toxins drive dysregulation in hormones inside of your body. Number 2 is biotoxins. These are living toxins that cause major dysregulation in your body. If you just look at symptoms of mold toxicity, it's pretty much the same thing that pops up when you ask what the symptoms of perimenopause are, or symptoms of candida overgrowth, similar to the symptoms of perimenopause, right? So these biotoxins, these living toxins in your body, you can get exposed to from parasites to fungal overgrowths to mold and various other bacteria that just drive increased levels of estrogen and unfortunately drive inflammation up, which drives progesterone down, which even creates symptoms to be even worse, right? This is another reason why you've got challenges. Number 3 is food sensitivities. Now, we have food sensitivities because of the breakdown in the healthy microbiome of your body. So looking at biotoxins is really important. Looking at the microbiome is really important because when you have issues with fungal overgrowth or microbiome dysregulation, what it does is it causes a breakdown in the integrity of the mucosal lining of your GI tract. And what ends up happening is food particles that are not fully digested pass into the bloodstream, and your immune system starts to tag these proteins as foreign invaders. So then when you eat the particular food, it might be a nut, it might be a legume, it might be a vegetable even, your body reacts, and it reacts in a negative way. It's called an IgG, an immunoglobulin G antibody response. This is not like an anaphylactic IgE response where you have like your throat closing in on you and you're having a major allergic reaction, severe allergic reaction to a food like peanuts or dairy or something like that you hear about. We're literally talking about these transitory, chronic inflammatory sensitivities to foods that continue to drive dysregulation in the body. So you've got that. Number 4 is micronutrient deficiencies. So if you're on any medications cause deficiencies in the body. If you stay on those medications, like say serotonin reuptake inhibitor like Prozac or Effexor, those are causing B vitamin deficiencies, right? When you get on say metformin, that causes B12 deficiencies. When you're on like Lipitor and some of these cholesterol lowering medications, you're literally shutting down healthy levels of fat that are supposed to be going into the brain to help your brain function properly and have hormones regulated in your body, So there are all these different medications that can cause deficiencies, but stress can cause deficiencies. Difficulty sleeping and not getting good sleeps cause deficiencies because you're not properly metabolizing the micronutrients the way that you should. The other thing is an unhealthy diet causes deficiencies. So there are a number of different things that cause deficiencies in your body that you ultimately would want to look at. The last thing that I think that is very important to look at and very important to uncover when you're looking at your lab tests, especially for brain function and normalization of your brain, is to look at some neurotransmitter levels. And so neurotransmitters in your body can be dysregulated for a number of different reasons. Some because of environmental toxins, some because of biotoxins, which is why the micronutrient deficiencies, biotoxins, environmental toxins are the first things that I would look at, because your neurotransmitters and some of these other factors will get better anyways. But I would look at neurotransmitters because symptomatically you can feel better right away if you know what foods to eat to boost a certain neurotransmitter that you're deficient in. So typically the way they test neurotransmitters isn't to stick a needle in your brain. Gosh, that would be terrible. But it's to look at the neurotransmitter metabolites. It gives us an understanding of what levels of neurotransmitters there are inside your body. Yes, they do change from day to day, but if you're typically, consuming the same foods, you're doing the same thing day in, day out, they're going to be pretty accurate when you look at a snapshot in time by looking at some of the urine metabolites in your body. So those are some tests that I would look at to help you get to the underlying issue of what is actually happening. You could also do some more advanced hormone panels like a Dutch panel, as well as a panel that the Vibrant Wellness has come out with just recently around hormones for women that I think is really powerful. But if you just go to your functional medicine doctor, I've worked with thousands of women in this position in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s and their 60s and beyond. And it's really rewarding to see what can happen when women really address these underlying issues. So hopefully this has added a lot of value to you. Go ahead and watch that other video on estrogen dominance, as well as progesterone, on some tips and some tricks, on some biohacks and some foods that you can do to optimize during perimenopause and menopause. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that bell button and the subscribe button. Would love for you to be able to get more information in the future. And if you like this, please go ahead and share this with other people. Thank you so much.